श्रीभक्त्यादिगुणार्णवम् यतीन्द्रप्रभणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्। नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरितटे सुप्तमुद्बोध्य कृष्णम् पारात्यं स्वं श्रुतिशतशिरसिद्धमध्यापयन्ति स्वचेष्टायां सृजनिगणितो यावदाकृत्य भोक्ते गोधा तस्यै नमः भूय एवास्तु भूयः। அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாளரங்கற்கு பன்ன திருப்பாவை பல்பதியம் இசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளை சொல்லு சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடற்கொடியே தொல்பாவை பாடினருளவல்லவளையாய் நாடினீங்கடவர்க்கென்ன விதி என்னையும் மாற்றம் நாம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. ஜய கோவிந்த ஜய கோபால जय श्री गोदारमन गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोपाल जय श्री गोदारमन गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोपाल जय श्री गोदारमन गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोपाल जय श्री गोदारमण गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोपाल. श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः. श्रीमत् वरवरमुने नमः. श्री बालगंधि गुरवे नमः. Shriyapati, our Sarveshwaran, our dear Emperuman, out of his infinite grace, he has given us all the treasure of Alvars and their Arulichayans, the Divya Prabandhams. Among all these Alvars, there is a little girl called Andal, Chudi Kudutta Shidarkudi. Her speciality cannot be contained in few words. But if we have to name a few, then we can say she is the only female Alvar. It doesn't stop there. She is the daughter of another Alvar, Periya Alvar. It doesn't stop there. In fact, it goes on to say that she is the only progeny of all the Alvars. Anjukudikuru Sandadiyaha vandu nammidate she took the avataram. Does it stop there? No. She is the Bhumi Pirati herself. Varaha Peruman says Bhumi Pirati does the Sharanagati and she prays for our sake. And so the Bhumi Pirati herself reincarnates on this earth to guide her children back to Sri Krishna. So that's the mother. When she is growing up and growing up and growing up, her love for Krishna also deepened as she grew. It became so immersive and it was consuming her so much that she couldn't retain it in her heart and it just overflowed as pasarams. And that beauty, the overflowing love for Krishna is what we celebrate as Thirppavai. And Dhanurmasam is a celebration of Thirppavai, but our Purvacharyas say it doesn't stop just with Dhanurmasam. Thirppavai is one of the Grantham that needs to be chanted every single day by Prabandhan. So that is the greatness of Thirppavai. And today we are going to experience the 27th Pasuram. So we are experiencing the way in which Andal actually wants us all to experience this Kudirandri in Goshti. So Adiyan would first like to offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Chinnajiyar Swami and all the Bhagavatas here. Seek your blessings and offer Yata Mati Yata Shakti Yata Avahasam. If there are any mistakes, Adiyan is responsible and kindly forgive. And seeking the blessings of all Adiyan's Guru, we will first with a few words, understand the glory of Thirppavai and then enter into the Pasura. So as we know, we said Thirppavai is an outpouring of Andal's love for Krishna. But Purvacharyas say Thirppavai is the seed or even the essence of the entire Veda. Vedathin Vitt is Thirppavai. So why is that? What does the Vedam try to convey? Vedam is so vast and so deep, the human mind cannot comprehend Vedam. Then the rishis thought, okay, let us condense that all into Upanishads and give it to them. But Upanishads are also so hard. They come to convey the Hitam and the Purushartham. But then Tattva, Hita, Purushartha is so hard to comprehend using an Upanishad, because Upanishad, what happens in the process of condensing, there are a lot of contradictory statements within the Upanishad. Again, the human mind cannot comprehend it. And then it's like if you get stuck in one, it becomes like a rabbit hole and you keep getting stuck over and over. So that's why we need Purvacharya, great Acharya like Swami Ramanujacharya, to uncode, decode that Upanishad and give it to us. But what was the tool that they used is, they say the Tiravukol or the key that they used to understand the Upanishad is the Sesha Sheshi Bhava. So Sesha Sheshi Bhavam, without using that, if you try to understand Upanishad, you will be caught up. But they used it and they showed and took the essence and gave it to us. So what does that Bhavam say? It is Emperuman is the body. We are all the part of his body. He is the Sharir. We are the Shariram of him and he is the Sharir. So in that itself, he is omniscient, he is omnipotent, his all-pervading nature and all-encompassing nature is conveyed in just one thing. So that's what the Narayana Shabdam also says, right? It's just covered there. So the essence of it, if you look at it, it's trying to convey that you are all the subservient of Bhagavan. He is the Lord and you are his servant. And this whole thing is what Andal is just trying to give us in this 30 minutes. That's why we call it as a Vedathin Vitta. How is she doing it? We just experienced Taniyan. In that, it's very simply, beautifully said. So Alvar is going to go and wake up Krishna. What is Krishna doing? He's sleeping on the Nappinai's chest. Peacefully, happily, he's sleeping. And Andal is going to go and wake up. And then, after he wakes up, what is she going to convey to him? She's just going to say, hey, Krishna, we came here to tell you that we love you. That's all. Is it all you're going to convey? No, Krishna, there is more to it. We love you, and we also came to express that we are dependent on you, to express the Paratantriam to you. That is, we are completely, immersively dependent on you and eternally dependent on you. That's it. Yes, a dependent person, what does he do? He does offer Kainkaryam, again uninterrupted Kainkaryam at your and Pirati's lotus feet. And this is what we came to convey. So this love for Krishna and the Paratantriam are one of the main tenets of Vedam, and that's what is being conveyed in Thirppavai and especially in today's Pasara. So now we can enter today's Pasaram. But before going into the Pasaram, we should know what happened, right? To say this, to convey this, she took 30 Pasarams. But we are on the 27th Pasaram. What happened until 26? So she's trying to wake up. She is getting all her friends. And the friends represent 10 different types of Bhagavatas. She's collecting all of them. And then she's coming to Nandagopur's house. In Nandagopur's house, first, through Nandagopur, she's trying to wake up Krishna. Then through Yashoda, she's trying to wake up Krishna. Then through Balarama, she's trying to wake up Krishna. And then she realizes in Pasaram number 18 that you can approach Emperuman only through Pirati. Her Purushakaram, her recommending factor, that force is so important that she realizes, and she wakes up Nappinnai. Who is Nappinnai? Nappinnai is the avataram of Neeladevi. And so she wakes him. And then she wakes him up, tries to wake up Krishna through Nappinnai. And then in 21 and 22, they do the Tirupalli Elchi, the waking up ceremony for Krishna. And from 23rd onwards, it's just celebrating his Kalyanugunam left, right, and immersively, top, bottom. It's just like, oh, you're so beautiful. Look at your gait, look at your smile. And then they do Mangala Sasnam. Vidya Manga spoke about it, right? In the Mangala Sasnam, it's like potri. Whatever you do is amazing. Whatever you do is victory. And then they do the whole immersive experience of this Kalyana Gunam. And then finally, Krishna and Andal start to interact. And in this, the previous 26th Pasuram, so we know she's doing it all in the name of a nombu, in the name of a vratam. So in the 26th Pasuram, she comes up to Krishna and she says, hey Krishna, for this vratam, we need some equipments. We need some upakaram, tools to do the vratam. Krishna is like, okay, what are they? And then she goes on to say, oh, we need the Panjasanyam, your Panjasanyam, can you please give it to us? And then Krishna is like, okay, take the Panjasanyam. Oh, but we asked for Polvana Changangal, not just one, Krishna, many Panjasanyam, because look how many people have got with me. And then Krishna says, hey, come on, this Panjajanyam is very unique. It's a limited edition. Like how Krishna is just one, Advitiyam, incredible, the one and one. Likewise, the Panjajanyam is also only one. But I can give you the other one, the Vella Churichanga. I can give you all those things, and somehow he manages and gives away the rest of the conches. Andal doesn't stop there. She goes on to ask, hey, Krishna, can you give me the parai? Parai here is like the outer meaning is instrument, and then the inner meaning is actually the kainkarya. So she's requesting for the parai. Now Krishna thinks, okay, I have one really good parai, the one that Jambavan used to convey my victory over during the Trivikrama Avataram, where I measured this whole world. I have that. Do you want that parai? Okay, taken. And then she says, oh, I need Perum parai, a bigger one than this. Where will I go for a bigger one? And then he thinks, oh, I have one from Rama Avataram. The Vanaras, they all celebrated my victory using a Perum parai. Here you go, take it. And then she says, she doesn't stop there. I need Sala Perum parai. What is Sala Perum parai? Then Krishna says, if that's the case, then in this Krishna Avataram, I did the Kudakuta. I danced out of ecstasy. I have that drum and I'll give you that. And he gave the drum. They are happy because they got the conch, they got the instrument, the drum they got. But she doesn't stop there. She is asked for, I need vilak. Oh, I need a person to do Mangala Sasanam to you, like sing. Who will you give? Who else can I give? Adiyomodum, Ninnodum, Pirivinni, Ayiram, Pallande, Nammalvar is there. I mean, Periyalvar is there. Take him. Nammalvar is also there. Take him. He sang Poliga Poliga. Take him. Okay, done. So she got 3. Fourth one. Now she doesn't stop there and she wants a vilak. How will a puja be complete without a lamp? I need a vilak. Nappinai is my kula vilak. She is the lamp of my house. And here you go, you take it. Okay, done. Anything else? Yes, I need a flag. Sutrum, Garuda Kudi is the flag. So here you go, take the Garuda Kudi also. And he gave that. Finally, she says, oh, I need a shamiana. I need to do it under that. What can I give? And Krishna says, when I was a baby, while crossing the Yamuna, Adisesha was my shamiana. Do you need that? Oh, that's very scary. Then take the Pitambaram. And then she has given everything. Now, Krishna gave everything that she had asked for. So now what are we expecting? The Vratam should start. But then here is when she gave a beautiful twist. The twist is, hey Krishna, the Vratam is complete. Now we are doing the closing ceremony. Can you please give us the Sambhavana? Krishna is shocked. How come the Vratam is complete? You just collected the equipments from me. Upakaram, I just gave you. How come the Vratam is complete so soon? She says, hey Krishna, the Vratam was just an excuse to come and see you. Your darshanam, sparshanam, sambhashanam is what we are looking for. Now that is happening, the Vratam has to be closed. For the ending ceremony of the Vratam, can you please give us the can I have the Hindu? So for the ending ceremony, can I please, like the closing ceremony, can you please give all the Sambhavana? And then Krishna says, okay, all the Sambhavana, what is that? And how come you're so confident that I'll give you the Sambhavana? Then Andal goes on to explain, hey Krishna, we are from the Prapanna Kulam. So we kind of know, we really know that the Upayam and the Upayam, the goal and the means to reach the goal is both you. So the Vratam was just an excuse. And we also know that you will grant everything that we ask for. Krishna is like, how come you know? And then she goes on to say, because you are the Govinda. The Govinda Namam itself denotes that he will give everything that you ask for. Okay. So just because you call me Govinda, do you think I'll give you everything? Of course, Krishna, because the Govinda Namam is where you gave all these things. That itself proves that you will give me everything. So you are Govinda, not just Govinda Krishna. You are the Krishna who has all the innumerable Kalyana Gunas. That's what we call it as Seer in Tamil. Seer Govinda. You are not just Seer Govinda. You are Govinda with innumerable qualities, approachable, everything. But you are Vellum Seer Govinda. Vellum Seer Govinda. Vellum in Tamil means conquering, winning. So you are the Govinda who is approachable, who has all the qualities, who also has the characteristic of winning over. There is a huge difference between defeating somebody and winning over somebody, right? Winning the person's heart, but defeating, you can do it easily. You can actually humiliate the person, do some shameful act to the person, kick him, hit him, finally kill him. But conquering the person, getting his heart is not easier. That's why here she says, very carefully, she uses the word, Vellum Seer Govinda. You can conquer. And then she explicitly gives what type of people he conquers. Koodarai Vellum Seer Govinda. You are the person who can conquer the people who are running away and shying away. So Koodaradu in Tamil is being together. Koodadadu is being separated. So now she says, even people who don't want to be friends with you, who want to stay away from this path, who are staying away for any reason, it could be envy, it could be jealous, it could be anger, who are walking away from this path, even those type of people, Krishna, you can conquer them. But how does Krishna do all these things? Are there any proof for this? There is a very beautiful shlokam where it says, Satyena lokam jayati. How does he conquer? He wins over this world by truth. Satyena lokam jayati. The poor, the underprivileged, how does he conquer them? By giving charity, by donating to them. How does he conquer his gurus? Guru Susrushya. By serving the guru, he will conquer the guru's heart. Guru Susrushya Viro Dhanusha Yudhi. So he can conquer the guru by doing Sushishya, but if they are an enemy who keeps fighting till the very end, that's when he will take his charge. That's when those enemies are when he will conquer by his Kalyana Gunam of Veeram and Shaulya. Has he done it? There are innumerable examples just in Srimad Ramayana itself. There is one person who came saying this. என் வில்வடி கண்டு போயின்றெதிர் வந்தான் என் வில்வடி கண்டு போயின்றெதிர் வந்தான் தன் வில்வினோடும் தவத்தை எதிர்வாங்கி. There is one person who came saying this to Sri Rama. Hey Rama, look, I know you actually broke the Shiva Dhanusya, but I have something even more powerful than that. This is called the Vishnu Dhanusya. Can you actually conquer this Vishnu Dhanusya? Who was it? Parashurama. He came that, and he was actually calling Rama for a fight. And then the fight happened. He actually took the Vishnu Dhanusya and he actually did the Nanetar, we say. He did that, and then Parashurama bowed at the feet of Rama. That's what Periyalvar is celebrating here. என் வில்வடி கண்டு போயென்றெதிர் வந்தான் தன் வில்லினோடும் தவத்தை எதிர்வாங்கி முன்வில் வலித்து மோது பெண்ணோயேர் உண்ட முன்வில் வலித்து மோது பெண்ணோயேர் உண்ட தன் வில்லின் தன்மையை பாடிப்பர தாசரதி தன்மையை பாடிப்பர. He says, sing the glory of that Dasharathi, sing the glory of his Sharngam, which can actually conquer an enemy with its bow and arrow. But if the same Parashurama, even before fighting, with the bow, if he had done Anjali, Rama would have lost him. Or on the other end, if the Parashurama, without surrendering, he had that jnanam to surrender at that moment. But if he was not surrendering and if he continued to fight and fight and fight, Rama would have killed him at the end. Did it happen? Yes, we have example for this also. Who did that? Ravana did that. He kept fighting. He kept fighting until the very, very end, right? We know the very fierce yuddham that happened between Ravana and Rama. The final day came. Rama was showering Ravana with all the arrows, but he wouldn't give up. Finally, his bow fell. Ravana's bow fell. At that time, again Rama, out of his infinite compassion, says, "Indru poi naale va. Go, take a break. Go and come back tomorrow," because Rama is giving him the time to self-reflect and then come back. But how did Ravana come back? He came back with the same enmity, but there is a subtle meaning to it. He came back to see the valor of Rama, it seems. But then he still did not give up. Ravana says, "Even if you actually kill me and tear me apart into two pieces, I will not fall forward and do Anjali. I will only fall backward." That much of enmity he had. And then, if that was the case, what can Sri Rama do? He says, Yadiva Ravanaha Swayam. If the Ravana had come, instead of holding bow and arrow with an Anjali Mudra, Rama would have surrendered to him. Rama would have given him Rajyam. How can Rama give Rajyam? He cannot give Lanka Rajyam, right? He already promised Lanka for Vibhishana. Now, let's say Ravana came with an Anjali Mudra and say, "Rama, I'm so sorry. I'm falling at your feet. Forgive me." What will Rama do? How can he give Sri Lanka, the Lanka Rajyam to him, because he already promised Vibhishana? What would he do is he would give his Ayodhya and then he would go to forest. That was the Karunyam of Rama, but Ravana till the very end did not understand, and he kept doing what we call as Pratikulyam. Because Emperuman grace is like rain, it showers on everybody. As long as you don't hold an umbrella and block it, it will keep showering. But Ravana, because of his ego, he kept doing the Pratikulyam. And until he was a Degatma Abhimani, considering that he was that body, he just couldn't come out of it. And so finally, Rama had to kill him so that he could give a better life to him. So this happened in the case of Rama. This happened in the case of Duryodhana. This happened in the case of Shurpanakhai. So we know all these examples and they are called the Koodarai. But our Purvacharyas go even one level deeper. They say Koodarai is who are running away from Emperuman for some reason. This was the Ravana's case or Duryodhana's case was gross enmity. They were like really showing hatred towards Rama. But there are also other type of enmity, or not other type of enmity, but other type of Koodarai, in the sense they don't want to be with Krishna and they kind of walk away. Who was it? Like Nitya Samsari. They go up to Lord and say, "Hey Krishna, I don't really love you, so that I could give everything and come to you. I'm not in that state either. And I don't really hate you either. I'm kind of neutral, like, talking diplomacy with Bhagavan. I don't love you, but I don't hate you. I'm in the middle path." Those type of people. Who did this? Tondaradi Pudiyalvar did this. So he went to Aranga and said, "Hey Ranganatha, I'm not immersively loving you, but I don't hate you. I will be like Anya Paradise. I'll be just like this. I mean, I'm okay." Those type of people, how does he conquer? Because that is also Koodarai, right? They are also running away. Those type of people, he has a very special weapon. That's his Saundaryam. With his beauty, with his Lavanyam and Saundaryam, he will conquer those type of people. And then comes another category of people, Nammalva. Nammalva is, of course, always in union. But he, in one pasaram, says, "Oh, this Rama or Krishna, who is he? He's actually the Paramatma who is living in the Paramapadam. How can I approach him? He's so huge, he's so heavenly, he's so divinely, and I am not qualified at all to go near him. I don't deserve to be next to him. I am not qualified to be next to him." And they get into this whirlpool of inferiorism, that's inferiority complex, or we call Naityam, right? They go into that whirlpool, and those type of people he needs to conquer. How will he conquer those type of people? வளமிக்க மால் பெருமை மண்ணுயிரில் தன்மை. வளமிக்க மால் பெருமை மண்ணுயிரில் தன்மை. உளமுற்று அங்கு ஓடுருவது. வளமிக்க மால் பெருமை மண்ணுயிரில் தன்மை. உளமுற்று அங்கு ஓடுருவது. தளவுற்று நீங்க நினை மாடனை மால் நீரிலக சீலத்தார் மாங்குடனே சேர்த்தார் பரிந்து மாங்குடனே சேர்த்தார் பரிந்து. This is Thiruvai Nutrandadi by Manawala Mamanigal, which is condensing Thiruvai, like 10 Thiruvai into one pasaram. In this, he says those type of people he conquers using his Sila Guna. That's what he says. He says, "No, I'm not that far. Close to you. I'm right here next to you." And then he shows his simplicity and he conquers those. So we saw 3 type of Kura. There is one more category. Those type of Kuradevar are who shy away from Bhagavan because of their Pranaya Rosha, which is temporary indifference from Krishna. They are always in union with him. But when you love someone so much, you also fight with that person. So when you fight and you walk away, that type of Pranaya Rosham, how is he going to conquer? He has excellent tools for it from his bucket. He uses his Shringaram, he uses his Cheshtidam, he uses his Chaduryam, and he uses all these Kalyana Gunam, and then he captures those Kudadavar. So this is Emperuman, who has innumerable Kalyana Gunams. And then depending on the Jivatma, he shows one of the Kalyana Gunam and takes them closer and he keeps conquering. So we saw 4 type of Kudadavar. One is showing gross enmity like Ravana. The other one is who is being neutral. Those are conquered by Saundaryam. And then the third one is like, oh, he's superior, he's supreme, and I cannot even approach him. And those people he conquered by his Sheelam. And then the last category is Pranaya Rosham, which he conquers by his Cheshtita. So this is what Andal is appreciating here. And she says, Govinda Koodarai Vellum Seer. But when she says this also, Andal is being very, very smart. Because when she says this one thing, she's pricing Krishna and she says, you are the person who can conquer your enemies. Which means there is an implication also, Kudumavaridam Thorthu Pohum Seer Govindan also, right? Which is people who are away from you, you conquer them, showing your Kalyana Gunam, but people who are close to you, you lose to them. You are being defeated by people who are closer to you. And how does he do it? Do we have examples for it? We have innumerable examples for this one. The first one to start, we can just say the Pandavas. The Pandavas came up to Krishna. And one time they just told Krishna, hey Krishna, we will just do whatever you say. Harishya Vachanam Tva. Whatever you say, Krishna, we will follow. They said only once. But lifelong, only Krishna followed whatever Pandavas said. Pandava said, hey Krishna, you have to become my charioteer. Oh, of course, I'm here just for that, Arjuna. I will become your charioteer. Okay. And then they say, you need to actually tend to the horses. Of course, I will do. I am the charioteer. I will do. What else am I here for? He goes and does that. And then he says, hey Krishna, not just that, you have to go and to be a messenger to us. This person, Krishna, our dear Lord, he is going as a messenger to get 5 small villages. Who is he? He is the Lord of the entire universe. But just because his friends, the Pandavas, asked him, let's go walk and get it. And then he's walking and walking and walking. And in those days, messenger job is considered as one of the most low profile jobs. People who are uneducated, underprivileged, those people would be given the messenger job. They would hang something, write the message, he needs to go and stand in front of the person and come back. Krishna was willing to do that. And he goes. Not just in that avataram. In Rama avataram, if we say, initially, Hanuman was doubting who they were, right? We know that story. Hanuman and Sugriva, they are thinking, oh, those two, they are coming here. Maybe they are a part of Vali's team. We just don't know. And so Hanuman goes and he's talking to Rama. It's beautifully said. Rama did not reveal his supremacy in Rama Avatar because he wanted to be a fellow human being. But only for few people like Hanuman, Mandodari, they got to see him as a Chandrachakravani. He sees that. Kambanad Alman beautifully in Tamil says, Tol Kandar, Tole Kandar. He looks at the beauty, watches the Tol, he cannot take his eyes from the shoulders. He's just watching that. Watches his feet, that's all he could see. He cannot take his eyes from his feet. And in the Soundaryam, he conquered Hanuman. And then what happened? Hanuman says, hey Rama, Hanuman Vachanat, he says, go Sugrivena samagataha. Go make friendship with Sugriva, he says. Immediately Rama listens. Hanuman Vachanam, let me listen, let me go. And then he goes and makes friendship with Sugriva. There he goes, and Sugriva, he becomes friends with Rama. And they have a mutual understanding and everything. And so he thinks he's his brother. Guhan is a brother, Rama, Sugriva is a brother, and then Vibhishana is a brother. Okay, let's do this. And then Sugriva says, hey Rama, my brother is actually troubling me a lot. Can you actually go and call him for a fight? Of course, Sugriva, I will go. So Vachanat should anything. Hanuman says he will listen. Sugriva says he will listen. Arjuna says he will listen. Why? Because this is the Ashrita Pakshapa. Ashrita Paratantriya. For devotees, he becomes a dependent for the devotees. He will just follow anything. That's why here the hidden meaning is Kuduvoridam Thirppavai. So how we saw for Koodarai, we saw 4-3 examples, right? Likewise, for Koodarai also there are a few categories. So one category is like people like Sugriva, Jivatma like Hanuman and all, who can express their gratitude, who can express their love, who can say, hey, I have a problem. Like Arjuna is saying, Krishna, I have a problem, help me, and all those things. But there is one category of Jivatma who do not even know that they have a problem. They don't even know who to approach in case they have a problem. And though they don't know who is even solving their problem. And even if that person is solving, they don't even know. Even if they don't know all these things, how will they even know to thank that person? So there is a category of that Jivatma. That Jivatma is Krishna's favorite. Who is it? Cows. So cows are Krishna's favorite because they are even more dependent on him. They don't even know that they have a problem. Past, present, future. All states they are dependent on Krishna. So he loves that. Purvacharyas go even deeper and say, at least the cows, they will show their independence in some places, Swatantriya, because they may decide, I'll go and graze that grass today. I have to go and graze that grass today. Oh, that is tastier, and they would walk up to it. But these calves, they don't even know that. Even if Krishna takes them to the water, they don't know how to drink the water. So what does he do? He puts his hand behind and he licks the water and shows this calf how to drink the water. And that's why this calf is even more favorite for Krishna. And this part, the Alvars in many places, they celebrate this. This is the Koodarai Thirppavai. They celebrate it in many places, especially in Thirunadan Dandagam by Thirumangai Alvar. He says, Kandra is Kannukutti, the calf in Tamil. The one who becomes joyful, enjoys himself by taking them for grazing. That's what this line says. Kadipurhil Sur Kalaboratil Kaniyendum Kandramiti Tugattum Kadayendum Kadipurhil Sur Kalaboratil Kaniyendum Mandramara Kutadi Magidayendum Mandramara Kutadi Magidayendum Vadadiro Venkadameya Manida Yendum Mandramara Kutadi Magidayendum Vadadiro Venkadameya Manida Surat Pulam Kalenda Deyendum Viri Poril Surdirayendum Vendra Surat Pulam Kalenda Deyendum Viri Poril Surdirayendum துன்று குழல் கருநிறத்தில் துணையே துன்று குழல் கருநிறத்தில் துணையே துணை முனைவே துணி சோரே Krishna, you are the one who enjoys taking the calves who are completely dependent on you, showing the Paratantriam, and you lose yourself for all these things. And that is Koodarai Vellum Seer Govindan, and the hidden meaning of Kuduvoridam Potru Povum Sweetu. We have just come to the first line. But here it's not that. Now Andal says, like that, singing your glory, singing your name, we have come to you. Govindanai Padi. Koodarai Vellum Sri Govinda Undannai Padi, we have come here. Because just that Govinda Namam is so powerful. And here she says, this Govinda Namam, who gave this Govinda Namam? Mahalakshmi gives this Namam to Tiruvenkadamudiyan in one instance. This Govinda also refers to all the Dashavatārams of Krishna. You can consider all the Dashavataram, call them by the name Govinda. How is it? In Matsyavataram, what does he do? He actually saves the Vedam. The other name for Vedam is Go, and hence he is Govinda. Kurmavataram, he has this Mantara mountain on his top. The mountain's another name is Go, and hence he is also Govinda. In Varahavataram, he takes Bhumi Pirati. The Bhumi's another name is Go, and hence he is also Govinda. And then Narasimha Avataram, what does he do? In Narasimha, the Go is called the Shabdam or the Stuti. And all the Shabdams in the world were used to do Stuti for Narasimha, and hence he is also Govinda. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana Avataram, again he measured the entire world, which is Bhumi, and hence he is also Govinda. And then in Parashurama Avataram, he came to remove the sins on the world, and hence he is also Govinda. In Rama Avataram, he ruled the entire world, and hence he is also Govinda. In Krishna Avataram, he is running behind these calves and cows, and they are called Go, and he is also Govinda. In the Kalki Avataram, he is going to come for Dharma Samsthapanam of this Bhumi, and hence he is also Govinda, and hence this Govinda Namam refers to the most important Dashavatārams. Does it stop there? No. The Govinda Namam is also a Sharanagati Namam, and who calls this? Govinda Pundarikaksha Rakshamam. Draupadi calls. That's why in Mumukshapudi it says, Draupadi and the Tunvam, looking at that, to save that, what saved her was the Govinda Namam. Krishna did not come there. And the Abatil Pudavai, Draupadikku Pudavai Surandadu Govinda Namam. The Namam Tirunamam Aire, that's what they say. So that's the speciality of Govinda. And here Andal says, we have come to you singing that Namam. What type of Namam? Govindam Paramanandam. That's the Namam. The Namam that gives all happiness in the world. Govindam Paramanandam. Govindam Paramanandam. Govindam Paramanandam. Gopalam Prabhulina Vigraha Gopalam Kula Gopalam Gopalam Prabhulina Vigraha Gopalam Kula Gopalam Gopi Kelana Govardhana Dhriti Nila Lalita Gopalam Gopi Kelana Govardhana Dhriti Nila Lalita Gopalam Godhi Nihatita Govinda Sputanamanam Bahu Namanam Godhi Nihatita Govinda Sputanamanam Bahu Namanam Pranamada Govindam Paramanandam Godi Gojaradoram Pranamada Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam Govindam Paramanandam. We have come to you singing this Govinda Namam, and then you have to give us the reward, the Sanmanam, the Bhakti. So now we have completed the first two lines. Koodarai Vellum Seer Govinda, Undanai Padi Paregundu Yam Perum Sammanam. What is that Sammanam and how you should give? She gives a condition. The Sammanam should be given in such a way that the world, the entire world, will appreciate that Sammanam. Because when we started this Vratam, the people in the village, they were kind of rebuking us. They did not like this. They were kind of saying, just going behind Krishna, Krishna, what will they get if they keep going behind Krishna? Applicable for people now who are also going behind Krishna. He's not buying a new car. Oh, he's using that money for donating to Krishna. Is he a fool? Like, what are they going to do? Saying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Those people should feel ashamed that they spoke that way. Give us a reward in that way. How should that reward be? The reward should be given in such a way that you and Pirati gave for Hanuman. When did you give? Rama and Sreerama and Sita Pirati during the coronation ceremony. They give. He says, Rama says, Sita Pirati, look, whoever has the quality, he gives adjective. The qualities is more than himself. He gives so many things, right? One who is sincere, one who is humble, one who has veeram, one who has integrity, one who has kindness. Look for that person and give them this haram. Like that, you and Nappinai Pirati together should give us all these rewards. And looking at this reward, when people talk about this reward, they should also get goodness. That's what she's asking for. So now we are getting the reward. It's a goodness for what we did. But then just talking about this, those people also should have goodness in their life, like that given award. That's why it says, Koodarai Vellum Seer Govinda, Undannai Padi Paregundu Yam Perum Sammanam, Nadu Pugalum Parisinal Nandraha. Nandraha means Pirati and you should join together and give us all the rewards. And then now she gives the list of the rewards. What is that? She needs Sudagame, Tolvalaye, Tode, Sevipuve, Hadagame is what she's starting with. So when she says these rewards, like, when little girls come to our home, we give them the Kambula packet, we give them back what do we give? We put them some bangles, some earrings and flowers and all those things. Like that, she's starting. First, she says, Sudagame. Sudagame is what you put in your hands. It's like the bangles. But there are two layers of meaning to this. So first, before entering that, we have to understand one more important Thirppavai, which is the Koodarai Vellum Seer Govinda not only applies for Emperuman, but it also applies for all the Acharyas. Because what do? People who are straying away from Krishna, staying away from Emperuman, they bring them back to this line. Out of their seer, out of their Kalyanagunam, out of their compassion, they bring them back to this line. And hence, Koodarai Vellum Seer Govinda is also applicable for Acharya. From that Acharya perspective, when you go and do Taranagadi to Acharya, what does he give you? He gives a Pancha Samskara. What are all the components of the Pancha Samskara? First, he gives us the Chanda Chakra Lanchanam, which is the Thapamudram. And then he gives us Urdhva Kundram. Then he gives us a Namam. Then he gives us a Rahasyatrayam. And then he gives us the Thiruvaradhana Kram, finally. So these are all the Pancha Samskara that an Acharya gives to us. An Acharya who is a Koodarai Vellum Govinda who has brought us back to this Sampradaya. Now here also they are asking for rewards. The rewards that they are asking for are Sudagame, Tolvalaye, Tode, Sevipuve, Padagame. This is compared with that in an analogy. And that's what we are going to see now. So first let's start with the Sudagame. Sudagame is the bangle. The outer meaning for this is when we are going to go to Krishna, and Krishna is going to hold us. The first part that he will be holding is our hands. When Krishna is holding, we should have bangles in our hands. It should look beautiful to his eyes. So they are asking for the bangle. But what does this imply? The inner ornament they are asking for is Thiruvaradhanam. Doing Thiruvaradhanam to Emperuman is the real ornament for the hands. So Krishna grant us that. Okay, next. Thol Valaye. Thol Valaye is once Krishna holds them, they are going to hug Krishna. When they hug Krishna, it's going to touch, and so that place also has to be good. So give an ornament for that place. But what is the inner meaning here? It is the Shangha Chakra Lanchanam Tapamudra. So Krishna grant us with that ornament, adorn us with that ornament. Next one, she goes to Thode. This Thode, again, we are going to hug Krishna. We should look beautiful. When we are away from Krishna, we don't have to look beautiful. But when we are near Krishna, going to be in union with Krishna, of course, we have to look beautiful. So they give us a Thode. But then what does this Thode signify? The outer meaning is the Tirunamam or the Dhasyanamam that our Acharya gives us to us. But the inner secret meaning is the Tirumantram that the Acharya gives us to us. So that is Thode. So Sudagame, Tolvalaye, Thode, Sevipuve. Sevipuve is the Karna Pushpam that we keep it here. So now if you look at all the other ornaments, they can at times prick you, right? When you hug somebody, it can actually prick you or something. But this Sevipu, it is so tender. The person who is adorning also feels very soft, comfortable. The person, even if you hug, they also feel good about it. So it has to be a bhogya vastu for both of them. The person who is adorning and the person who we are going to be in union with. So what is that? What is the bhogya vastu that we have to be doing every day? What is that gives us the happiness? And we doing that also gives happiness to Emperuman is chanting Dvayam. So Dvayam is something, again, even this time our Acharya said, the only thing you have to do in your life is just chant Dvayam 24/7. So that is the one that gives a real bhogyam. And hence he says, Chudagame, Tolvalaye, Tode, Sevipuve is done. The last one is Padagame. Padagame is Pada Kadakam. In Sanskrit, it became Padagam. So what does that refer to? It's very beautifully they explain. When Krishna in the pranayam, when the pranayam is so high, he would hold your feet. He will hold Bhakta's feet. When did this happen? Do we have proof for it? Gajendra Mokshan is there. Gajendra, he had so much love for Gajendra, he could not see him in pain. He is using his Angavastram and cleaning him, holding his feet, right? So in that union, Krishna will actually hold your feet. At that time, my feet should look good. And hence give me a bangle for there. This is the outer meaning. But what is the inner meaning of this one? We are holding his feet. When do we hold his feet? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mastaha. And hence the Padagame here, the analogy is the Charama Sloka. So here Sudagame is the Thiruvaradhana Kramam, Tolvalaye is the Changachakra Lanchanam, and then the Tode is actually Tirumantram, the inner meaning of it. Sevipuve is Dvayam, and then the last one is Charama Sloka. And if you look at this, the last three, that is Tirumantram, Dvayam, and the Charama Slokam, this triplet is what we call as Rahasya Trayam. What does that give us? It says a Prapannan gets his actual true Swarupam form only after doing Sharanagati through their Acharyan to Swami Emperumanar. And the Acharya Sambandham is a true ornament for a Prapanna. And these three also says that a Prapannam should have Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya. So this three combination is your real ornament. Real ornament for a Sri Vaishnava is to have the Jnana, Bhakti and the Vairagya. So now they've asked these ornaments. Next step, they are asking, okay, now we have Koodarai Vellum Sri Govinda, Undannai Padi, Paregondu Yam Perum Sammanam, Nadu Pugarum, Parisinal Nandraha, Sudagame, Tolvalaye, Tode, Sevipuve, Padagame, Endranaya, Palgalanum, Yamanimum. Endranaya, Palgalanum is like very similar to this. We will put all the ornaments, and then the next step, what is she asking for? Adayudukkum. Now we will adorn clothes. Why? Were they not adorning any clothes until now? Again, the outer meaning is they want to be with Krishna. Now they want to put beautiful dress. So Krishna and Appinai adorn us with a beautiful dress. This is the outer meaning. Another layer of inner meaning. Uduttukalaindhanin Peedagavadai Uduttukalathadundu, as it comes in Thirppavai. What is Bhogyam for us is the prasadam, the Mahaprasadam that Krishna gives. So you add on something and give it to me. That's going to be my prasadam. This is the second meaning. The third meaning, the Swapadesham, the inner meaning is our Acharya. That's what he said. He's also Govindan, right? What does he teach us? Is he teaches the Seshatva Jnanam. The Seshatva Jnanam is what is your real Swarupam. And the Seshatva Jnanam, once you get it, that becomes your real clothing. Until then, you are considered naked. When is that you are wearing actual clothes is when you get the Seshatva Jnanam. So this is the next step. So Adai Udupom, Adan Pinne, Paal Soru. So Adan Pinne, Paal Soru, now they are ready to eat. Enjoy prasadam. These were the same girls who kept saying, Vayat vagar vigar namu Vayat vagar vigar namu செய்யும் கீர்த்திகள் எழீரோ பார்க்கடலுள் செய்யும் கீர்த்திகள் எழீரோ பார்க்கடலுள் பைய தூய பரமனடி பாடி நெய்யதோ நாடி நெய்யதோ நாடி நெய்யதோ These girls were the same girls who said, not kale niradi, they said all those things, but now they are ready to have a big bhogyam. How is that? Because now the phalam of darshana, sparshana, sambhashanam of Krishna has happened. Now that we are with you, we are ready to have and enjoy this meal. But the beauty here, they say, these girls said they will not have ghee and milk. When they said, Krishna also said he's not going to have it. Because when the bhakta is not having, why will I have? So Krishna also denied taking this ghee and milk and everything for 1 month. And so what happened? There was surplus quantity in the repository. So of nehi and pal. And so now they decided, instead of cooking rice in water, let's cook the rice in all this milk and ghee, pour ghee on top, that we should not know if the rice is in the ghee or ghee is in the rice. Through ghee, they have to search for the rice. Let's cook it that way, Krishna, and then let's have it. This is the outer meaning again. But then the pal here, the pal shore is kaingari. It defines the kaingari. But then mooda, pal shore, mooda, right? That word is like you pour all the nehi and cover it with ghee, right? But what is that needs to be closed here is when you do a kainkariyam, you disown the doership. That's what she says by the term mooda. When we say mooda, we will not come back saying we did the kainkariyam, I did the kainkariyam. That will be put away and I will disown my doership and do the kainkariyam. And then mooda, murangai, vali, yeah. So in that they say, here we are understanding our Swarupam again. So that's what it comes with all the three terms. So nei peidu, murangai valivara, in murangai valivara, they say, we understand our Swarupam, we understand our dependency, we understand our Paratantriyam. So when we do Kaingaryam for you, we will disown the doership and then do the Kaingaryam. And the murangai valivara, there is also another beautiful meaning to it. So when a person is really thirsty, he wants to drink water right away. A person is giving the water. He will not even mind where the water is coming from. Even if it's flowing from the elbow, that person will drink the water. Likewise, a Prapannan who has that pining to gain jnanam and become a mumukshu and understand moksha and leave to the Paramapadam and be there, a person will drink like that from the Acharya. So from the Acharyan's Murangai it comes, and then you quench your thirst by drinking that. And for that Acharyan, he drinks from his Acharyan, from his Sadacharyan, like where it goes. So that's why Murangai Varivara, you do that. And then comes the statement, the final statement, the most beautiful statement of Divya Prabandham, Koodi the Kulirndelo. So here the Koodi is, as we said in Tamil, is like joining together. So now they have come, they are with Krishna, everything is happy, glorious. They want to be with Krishna and enjoy. But this Koodi itself can be in two ways. One is Koodi irundhu with the Emperuman, and another Koodi irundhu with Adiyar. So we want to be with this Adiyar, whatever we have cooked for you, for your happiness, we want to enjoy this. This is a very, very important Upanishad statement. So when this Jivatma leaves this body and goes to the Paramapadam, there they will ask him, who are you? And then this Jivatma says, Ahamannam, Ahamannam, Aham. Ahamannado, Ahamannado, Ahamannado. Ahamannam, it says, I'm food. So who are you food? I am the food for the emperor. I am his Bhogya Vastu. He is the Bhokta, the enjoyer, and I am his Bhogya Vastu. I am his food, and he is going to enjoy me. And then, how will you sustain it? What is your food? So when he is enjoying me, he will have this happiness. The smile will be there, right? The ugap, we say, it's there. That will become my food. So it's a biofeedback mechanism. So when you go and serve Krishna, and you become his entertainment, you are here for his entertainment, you become his Bhogya Vastu, he takes you, he enjoys you, cherishes you, and he becomes happy, and that happiness becomes your food. And that's what Andal is saying, Koodi irundhu kulirndelo rembavai, Krishna, we will mutually be happy with here, along with all these Bhagavatas. Let us enjoy this together. So that is our Andal, and that's what Adiyan was trying to do in this. And let us sing her glory, because without Andal, we don't know, we might be lost in this world. So she needs to live, her glory needs to live forever and ever. You will end with the Vali Tirunamam. Tiruvadi Purathu Jagatudittal Valiye Thirppavai Muppadum Seppinar Valiye பெரியாழ்வார் பெற்றெடுத்த பெண் பிள்ளை வாழியே பெரும்போதூர் மாமுனிக்கு பின்னாள் வாழியே 143 உரைத்தாள் வாழியே உயரரங்கற்கே கண்ணி உகந்தளித்தாள் வாழியே மறுவாரும் மடம் திருவள்ளி வளநாடு வாழியே வன்புதுவை நகர் கோதை மலர்பதங்கள் வாழியே ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா. Thank you.
You have the unique talent of mixing Kalakshepam with